Why did you choose toys over clothing or over sporting equipment or board games or?
Well, it was by mistake. I went into a Savers and I was picking up the DVDs, the CDs, the home goods, electronics kind of thing, and that's how I got started with some video games and some odds and ends items. And there's one day where I went into the Savers and there was nothing that I was looking for. So I just scanned around the toy section. It looked interesting. And I saw this, and I was ignorant back then, so I didn't really know what I was doing, but I saw this old little horse inside a bag. I'm like, wow, this looks super old. This must be antique. Like,
yeah.
I didn't look it up or anything. I even forget the name. I can't believe, I'm so embarrassed, like I can't remember the name.
Briar? No.
Started with an R, and it was a little plastic toy, like rocking horse. So I bought it, and I brought it back to my warehouse, or my dad's shop where I was at the time, and I looked it up, and it was going for like $80 to $90, and I'm like, my mind was blown. I'm like, no, it can't be real. I'm just gonna put it up there for an auction and see what happens. Started the auction at 20 bucks. That thing went all the way to like $98. Almost, it just barely hit 100.
And you were struggling back then too. I remember you were trying to sell Lego sets and all types of things.
I'm like, oh my God, I gotta look at these bags more. So that's what started. And then I started thinking I knew what I was talking about. I just started buying bags, and like, I started learning, okay, this Power Ranger does well, this Ninja Turtle does well, this Playmobil does well, this doll does well. Like, I started learning as I went on, and that's kind of how it got started. And it just ballooned into something huge.
Yeah. To kind of go off topic a little bit, my mom and I and a lot of people we've taught how to do this, we buy books, textbooks during the off season. A lot of times these books will dip 30, 40, 50, 60%. And then when August comes around or January, they soar in price. What kind of price jumps are we looking at with these Christmas themed toy lines? For example, this one you just mentioned.
Probably huge difference because it's on everyone's mind now. Like, you're not sitting in the middle of July on the beach thinking about this Rudolph and the Island of Toys and how you.
So give some examples of like maybe what that lot or a similar lot would sell for outside of Christmas time.
So right now I have these are Rudolph and the Island of Misfit toys, right? And they're made by Playing Mantis, and I know
Playing Mantis.
It's called Playing Mantis.
That's a nice play on words.
Yeah, and there's two more that make the figures. They all tend to do well, but more so around Christmas when the movies are being rewatched or coming back. So a typical lot like these are the smaller figures that were released in like a smaller, cheaper pack. Maybe for parents who didn't want to spend the $40, $50 when it was the nice figures. So these aren't worth as much. You want to look for generally the bigger figures. These are about 2-3 inches. You want to look for 4 or 5 inch figures. You want to try to get the whole set. There's Santas, there's Mrs. Claus. But these 5 right now, I could probably get 15 for.
Okay.
More towards Christmas, maybe I can squeeze 20.
Oh, so it's not that big of a jump.
No, for these smaller ones. This is why I wanted to make the point of this, how small they are. They're less.
Got you.
They're less articulated. They're less expensive. But if you find the actual good figures of these, like, you're gonna be looking at a big price jump coming.
How do I know if this piece is not missing?
Well, you're gonna have to look it up, and then you're gonna have to know what's worth. I'm trying to pull it up right now so I can show everybody. Just the tracks. You can see what people are selling just for the tracks right there. Can you see that? But yeah, even some of the cars just sell by themselves. The tracks do well. If you're not familiar, you don't know it's complete, you can part these things out. Look at this, the train track, this thing right here. No, it's not this one, but it's a switch. That's pretty good. Look at this thing. This is a little different model, but
123.
Jeez. So yeah, I definitely saw this train, and I definitely knew it was worth it. If it's confusing for you, you don't know how it's complete, you can sell it in one giant lot. You can part out the train, you can part out the tracks. Be on the lookout for trains, especially older vintage trains, Lionel, Play School. There's a bunch of different companies, Bachman, stuff like that. And if you find them in a bin like this, like I found them, it's perfect because you know that like most of the stuff's gonna be in there.
Yeah, and for me, like when I'm learning new things, I'll just type in, trains, toys, and like different keywords, and I'll start to like see the different brands, see the different type of items, and spend 30, 60 minutes just studying it.
And look on the bottom of things, 1988 Play School, you'll see it right there. All you'd have to type in is 1988 Play School train, and then you'll be able to find your model, you'll be able to find the tracks, you'll be able to
Yeah.
Kind of see what other people are selling. Should I sell the track? Should I sell the train?
And how do you know what should be a one-off item that you're going to sell just by itself versus, all right, I'm going to lot this in 5, or I'm going to take them all and put them together? Like, what is your mind thinking when it comes to that?
Well, you can search the sold listings and kind of see what somebody else did. Like, so for example, before we started this video, I looked up Sleeping Beauty figures, and I was going through the sold listings, and I noticed that this guy by himself was selling for 15. This girl and this guy together were 20, and there was none with these two. So like, I kind of got the value, like I could sell this by himself if I wanted to, you know? So as you're looking through the sold listings, there's no way to really know unless you see it. Like if you've seen the figure sold, because it might be a rare, it might only came out in one set, and they might not have made a lot of them. So it's basically, the way to find it is just search the sold listings and see which ones are going for higher price. If not, just lot them all together and get your money. You didn't find bags now, you'll definitely find them soon.
Yeah, and the prices at the thrift stores are only going up and up and up. I actually think there's a better opportunity going to some of these other locations. Like, you score huge at auctions all the time. Sometimes there's other competitors there, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think your best bet is if you're tired of thrift stores and you're tired of maybe prices going up, but they don't have anything. If you're, I think, more towards the south, you have tag sales, garage sales. All year round, so you can be hitting those. And if you're up north with us, we get them kind of seasonal. And I think it's good to like hit the ground running, get out early on Saturdays and Sundays and hit the garage sales and make toy deals with people, because sometimes a lot of people would bunch up something in one shot and just give it to you.
Yeah, when it comes to reselling, it's not about, like, in these videos, you got to take everything with a grain of salt and then apply it to your area. Everybody has different opportunities.
Yeah.
Everybody. And here in Connecticut, it's cold. We don't have the yard sales, the garage sales all year long. And even the local marketplaces, people are just staying in the house. It's so cold, they don't want to even open the door for you. So go out there and look. And what would your final words be for someone who's like, you know what, I'm not even going to start selling toys because I just can't find them at the thrift store?
Well, I think that's a limited belief. I think sometimes people talk themselves out of things because they're fearful of what they can or what they may not be able to do. I think that more people that have that thought process should maybe expand their mind a little bit and try to think outside the box, or maybe this is not for you. Because if I sat there every day like, oh, there's no more toys, Savers, like, I'm not going to go anywhere in my life. Like, it's just not going to, I'm not going to get better. I'm not going to solve the problem by complaining.
Share with people what these things are selling for, just the parts.
Let's see, what parts do I have? Let's see this. Okay, we got a little, I'll just dump this out.
Oh, I didn't think you had these. I thought you were missing these.
So we got sand. The sand boards. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $12, if you can see that.
I'm going to take the camera off and come in close here and let you show off what you got. All right, so what do we have here?
Now we have, I'm missing some brown. Oh no, I got all the brown. We got brown buildings, all 4 of them, another 12 bucks. That's 24 right now. And let's just assume that the gray ones, which I have all 4, are another 12 bucks, and then another 12 bucks. So that's $48 right there, just on those little sand parts. Then you have the board, which I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's right here. The board by itself is selling for 30. So that's, what is that? We're at 80 bucks right now. Just on some parts. The Pegasus. Hey, look at these guys. Do I have all 4? Yep, I got all 4. All 4 for $13.29.
Let me see. Are these the Pegasus right here?
Yep, and this is right here. And this is just sold 2 months ago. Okay, sorry about that. A non-working tower. So what are we at? We're at 100 right now?
Yeah.
Non-working tower. $67 plus $10 shipping. So we'll call it 50, another 50. So we're at 150 right now. Let's see what else. What is these, cards?
But you're still gonna have to minus off shipping fees and all that. A lot of these things are free shipping.
We're still going, Steve.
I don't like it.
Cards with pegs. $24.
$24 for some card pegs?
So we're at 175 now?
Oh my Lord.
Man, we're almost there, Steve. I don't know. Let's see. There's the board again for the 20. There's the pegs. There's a original replacement part. This is the front lens. So I can literally pop this lens out and sell it for $17.
$17 for a lens?
Yeah, that's another non-working, but he's got pieces with it. What else did I see here? 4 flags. 1, oh, he's got 5 flags. 2, 3, 4. Oh, hell no. I got 6 flags. No, I got 5, sorry. 5 flags. That's another $21. So what are we at now?
Oh
I forgot.
my gosh.
We're at 170, 180. Just 1 flag, $12. And then, oh, here are the people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your 200, right over 200. And then, so guys, you can part this out for $200 because I have another 50 pieces, $50 in pieces here. And we're at like 300 total valuation, so minus shipping and fees. Like I could part this out for the $200 and maybe get more than I could selling it all together in one shot.
Well,
That's
it
just
looks
a
like
cool
I'm going to
thing
have to
go
eat my
through.
own words then.